Hi folks, this is Don Meisner with the North Country Fishing Report. I want to tell you about a scene that I see over and over in my mind. It's a memory from several years ago fishing the Grasse River. And there's a pool that always is a great place for me. It has bass, it has walleyes, and it has muskies in this same pool. It's a pool maybe a couple hundred yards long. It's a good-sized pool, and it's a pool with the shallow shorelines and then deeper in the middle, so you can wade to this pool. It's not one of those long, deep, muddy bottom places where it's impossible to walk. So it's a place I've always gone, and I always used to catch walleyes there. 20 years ago, there was a brush pile along the shore, and those walleyes stayed right there. Well, that's all disappeared. And I hadn't caught walleyes in years. And I remember being there one day, and I'd waded out to water about to my waist. It was a clear, sunny day, the type of days you don't usually catch walleyes. And as I stood there, I could see these fish right out in front of me, maybe 2 or 3 feet away. I was just standing totally still, waiting for something to hit. And I'm looking, and I'm thinking, wow, a school of redfin suckers has moved through here. And I look closer. I'm thinking, wait a minute, those aren't suckers. Those are walleyes, all of them over 20 inches long, and all of them just sort of almost like suspended out there. You'd see them wiggle a little bit. They weren't laying on the bottom. They were suspended upwards, but they were just sort of, treading water, I guess is the best way to say it. And it was amazing to me, and I'm thinking, those fish are there all the time. I bet they're always in this pool, but the conditions, the visibility, everything was just right, and I could watch them. And every now and then one would dart out from its suspended position and open its mouth and take the little lure that I was using. And it was just a little like a twister tail jig is what I was using for bait. But this has stuck with me all these years. I keep remembering how those walleyes all of a sudden come out of nowhere. Now, they aren't. They live right there. They aren't coming from some pool way downstream. They basically stay in the same region in the Grasse River like that. But there's so many times you can go and you would never think that a walleye was there. And I've used this memory to fish other areas. When I find a region of the water that seems to have the same type of conditions, I always take a little bit extra time and see if I can catch a walleye. Walleye it's a great prize in fishing the Grasse River or the St. Regis River or the Deer River, any of these waters, because most of our rivers have walleyes in them, but we don't choose them as our walleye destination. But I'll tell you, there's a lot of walleyes in our waters, and I think they're a very special and extra gem. And the one other thing that I've mentioned a couple times, but when you catch walleyes, especially out of the grass, I don't know what it is about that water system, but they are the most beautiful walleyes you'll ever see. They have almost bright yellow chartreuse bellies. Their coloration is incredible, because if you catch them out of the St. Lawrence, they're rather bland in coloration. But fish usually take on the characteristics of the environment around them. It's no different with animals. Snowshoe rabbits turn white in the winter, and you'll notice that the color of the deer's hair changes during the year. Well, the fish, those walleyes that are in the Grasse River are some of the most beautiful walleyes I've ever seen. Until next time, folks, this is Don Meisner with the North Country Fishing Report.